rejected before?
Yeah, I've been rejected. Fourth grade, not gonna go.
Oh my goodness, have a story to tell?
No, I do
Fourth
not.
grade?
Absolutely not.
Your fourth grade crush?
Oh man, wow.
Okay.
I feel Okay, no, it wasn't you. I was gonna say
Okay,
that.
let's.
In fourth grade,
Okay.
I literally had the same thing happen where she
Oh, no.
ripped up the little.
No way!
I was
Oh
like,
my
wait.
god!
You love it.
I said, wait, hold on, that
fourth
wasn't you, right?
That was not me.
But no, yeah.
Oh my
You
goodness,
just
that is
opened up a whole memory there.
Oh, I am so sorry.
Wow.
To all the fourth graders, just kidding.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Shepherd's Table, where we invite you to sit with us and the Great Shepherd. My name is Pius.
And my name is Nana. Welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome. So today we have a very special guest with us. We have our beautiful Joy Say. Woo!
Welcome to the party.
Welcome
you.
to the table.
Yeah, thank you, and I'm so honored to be here today.
Oh, awesome.
Happy Valentine's Day, guys.
Happy Valentine's Day, everyone.
Yeah,
Happy Love Day.
Happy Love Day. Happy Love Month. It's a
Happy
whole
Love
month.
Life. How about that?
Yeah.
Let's take it to that level.
Yeah, the whole month we're
The
celebrating.
whole life. We're
Yes.
celebrating life.
Yes.
For the ones who have loves in their life, though.
Yeah.
Yes. Awesome.
Well, hopefully that is everyone.
Yeah,
being that, we have the greatest love.
Of all.
I know we're all looking for our booze and we're all looking for the girls and the boys and the dates and the this and that. But I hope above all of it, we can acknowledge that we have the greatest love.
God.
The
Yeah.
love of God.
Amen.
Amen.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not supposed to preach on this platform, so I'll take my seat. But yes, thank you, Lord, for your love.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. So, okay. So since you all are married folks, can you tell me what you're expecting from what are you doing for your wife for Valentine's? I hope you're doing something amazing. Can you
I mean, every day, every moment.
Oh no! Don't go with that. Don't go with that
It's a
because that's a
moment to
narrative
cherish
that a lot
with
of
me.
guys get away with.
And what's wrong with that now?
No, that doesn't cut it. For the month of love, you have to be intentional. God is
So
intentional about loving you, right?
So after February 15th, I should stop being intentional, right?
No, you can still be, but has to be something
Nana,
special.
you get there because Pius just sounded like my husband right now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because I think last year, February, I was all expecting the Valentine vibes,
Lord.
everything, because it's a thing. He does most of those things, but that period there was nothing. I didn't even prepare for anything, but I was expecting. You can imagine. And then at the end of the day, nothing came, and I was like, this Valentine, you didn't even do anything. And he was like, every day is Valentine. It doesn't have to be one day. So I think it's a thing for them.
It's a thing for the guys. But if you could, get something for Valentine, what would you think it would look like? Your ideal Valentine's Day. Or your ideal Valentine's month, like
I think
February
for
month.
right now, with everything, the stress and everything, just to get away with me and my husband and leaving the kids somewhere. I could bring them to you though. If you want.
Babysit. But I'm joking though.
Yeah.
Before people come and bash me, I have plans for my wife. To take care of her. I need to figure out how to do this whole drop baby off somewhere because haven't really gotten to figure how to navigate this because we're still in that newborn phase.
You'll
and
get there.
It's like you don't want to leave your baby just anywhere because you're just thinking about her. But I don't know, maybe it's just a Valentine's for all three of us. But
Awesome. So it sounds like for the married people, your ideal Valentine's is to leave your kids and then go by yourself.
It's not necessary.
What are you guys?
Valentine can be like, okay, if we're talking about Valentine, we're talking about the love. It's mostly about spouses, right? Like you get a gift for your spouse and he gets a gift for you and all that. And I feel if you want to just switch it a little, like every day you are with your kids, and if you just want to spice, you said, what you asked, what am I expecting or what would I do? And I just told you, that's what I feel like. Like I just want to break, like just two of us alone. And it's something really good. It doesn't have to be just the gifts. You get tired of them. Sometimes they are lying down there without you using them, but that quiet time, that's,
Yeah.
And prior
I know
to,
you know what I'm talking about.
Absolutely. And prior to the kids,
Yeah.
there was just two. So I think, Valentine's, or just when you're trying to do something special, you want to go back to those days. Not that you don't like your kids. You love your kids. You lay your life down for them. But, getting back to just the beginning where things were just the two of us,
Yeah. Well, I have another question. Okay. What do you guys think about, people going through the feeling of, just love during Valentine's? Like, do you think that love should be expressed, maybe more than just with gifts and, things? Or do you think that there's more to it that people can do? Like, let's just give an example. Like, maybe someone in the month of love or Valentine's doesn't even have money, right, to buy a gift. Or they don't have, money to even drop off their kids. Is there anything else that you think maybe would, resonate more with like a couple who it just isn't in that position?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Like, I think with the way, if you go to Walmart, even after Christmas, like Christmas, December 26th, you enter Walmart, you're already seeing Valentine's stuff all over the place. It has turned into a thing where, these businesses are thriving off of these things. And it almost creates this demand that, now you have to go and do all this, spending all this extra elaborate stuff. And, it can really create, this imagery of what, love is supposed to be, that, right. Love is, I need to go and now spend all this money.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I think, if you're talking about true love here, the love that sacrifices, your love should be looking for what can I, give, not what can I receive. That's where I think love is supposed to look like. We see that example with Christ. He was the epitome of love, but he wasn't going out looking for what I can receive. He came to give his life. Right. And so I think, if I could do anything about Valentine's, I would like to change the narrative a little bit. What can I give? What can I do? And so I think, the pressure comes that you're supposed to do all these things. But I think if you really want to have a strong foundational marriage or relationship, you got to base it on the real things. Yeah. Which is what is there after the flowers and the balloons have popped, the flowers have died, the cards have been tossed somewhere. What's left? What's
left, right? Yeah. What do you think, Joy?
Well, yeah. I would say like Christ, the greatest commandment of all is love. And I think love should be an everyday thing in the Christian life. Love should not just be with your spouses only, your kids or your family. It should go beyond that. And I think for me, for Valentine, I think it goes beyond just loving and exchanging gifts with your spouses. And I just think it goes way beyond that. I could get a gift and give to you and say, oh, Nana, I love you for the love of Christ, or I love you as a sister. This is a gift from me. Or like you said, like you see a family going through something. Charity, I believe, too, is love. If you show charity to people out there, you show help, you give a helping hand, even when people don't ask, but probably these people are going through this. You show that love by probably coming in, getting a gift for someone else. It doesn't just have to be you and your spouse alone. It has to go beyond that. I think that's what we should try to preach out there, and not just center the love on only when it's Valentine. Like only when it's Valentine you show up for people, or you show up for just your spouses. But I think it's an everyday thing that we have to like keep practicing as Christians.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question? So going back to your experience on Valentine's Day, when your husband didn't give you anything or nothing happened, what was your response in that? Ooh. Were you offended? Were you hurt? Was
Ooh, don't put her on the spot.
Oh, no. He's not putting me on the spot, but I didn't really feel bad because I know where he's coming from. He is a loving man. He goes out of his way to do a lot of things. It doesn't have to be the gifts. I'm not even a gift, like a chocolate. My husband will tell you, I think you're the only woman that doesn't like chocolate, or you don't like flowers. I was like, I'm an African woman, but that's not it. But let's just say for that moment when he said it, I looked beyond that day, because every day is supposed to be Valentine for all of us. It doesn't have to be a specific day and we just pick and say, oh, this is the day I want to show my wife love. This is the day I want to show my husband this love or something. There are things a man does for you that is love every day for you. yeah, there are things like I keep saying, my husband, I don't know, I don't want to preach, I don't want to make it look
Oh
like
no, go ahead. We're all ears.
Hype
he
him
does
up.
a
Yes.
lot for me, like
Aw.
every day. Like sometimes I sit and I be like, how do I pay you? How do I thank you? I know I don't have to pay. It's a sacrifice, and that
Yeah.
is love. When I'm talking about this, I'm talking in the aspect of like the house, the kids, and everything. Sometimes I feel like my husband takes care of the kids more than I do. Yeah, I can boldly say that, and I'm paying for it because my son has been blackmailing me for the whole time. Yeah,
Wow.
Jason, he comes to me, maybe probably I give him something, he'll be like, thank you, daddy, mommy. He'll be like, thank you, daddy, mommy. I'm not joking. This morning it happened. Thank you, daddy, mommy. I'll be like, oh God. So, but yeah, I think love goes beyond just a particular day. It goes beyond what you can get, the gifts, the flowers, like Pius said, like the flowers will die, the chocolate will finish, and everything. Where do you go from there? Like after that day, what's next? What happens next? So I believe Valentine is every day. It goes way beyond just the gifts and the flowers and the chocolate. It's the sacrifice. It has ingredients to make it love. It has a lot of things you have to put in it. Like you're cooking, you're making like the jollof rice I usually make. It has a lot of things to make it that jollof rice. So if it is love, it has a lot of ingredients. It has a lot of things you have to put to make it stand as love. Yeah.
And
but I
Joy
wasn't
makes some really great jollof rice as well. So when she's talking
don't-
about ingredients, she knows exactly what she's talking about.
Yeah. To me, I wasn't mad. I just laughed because then I said to myself, you asked Eve what he got for you. What did you get? Nothing, right? So I just believe, I just laughed over it, and then that was it. So yeah, because other Valentine he gets stuff. So when it doesn't come that Valentine Day, you should be able to understand and then see it from a different aspect. Like Valentine is every day, the way he said it. Valentine is truly every day for us. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, it's sounding as though, a lot of the narratives too, even with couples, right, is that there's an expectation that on Valentine's, the girl is receiving. She's expecting the flowers. She's expecting the chocolate. But have you been surprised on Valentine's? Like, have you ever gotten anything or? Not to put you also on the spot, but just
So I think, the way our culture is that typically it's the man who initiates everything. gets
But
the
should that
flowers.
change? Like, should that?
So going back to what I was saying, I think if we're talking about love, it's not about receiving; it's about giving.
Okay.
John 3:16 lays it out very plainly for us. For God so loved the world that He gave.
He gave, yeah.
He gave His Son, and I think this is the perfect formula for what. If we're calling a day a love day, it's supposed to reflect. And so I think, if I could challenge this day, I would make it where, if we were to go back to Sister Joy, where if I don't receive anything, what is my attitude? Am I left with anger and resentment and bitterness, or am I left with contentment? And I think this is a challenge, and I'm getting probably some booze and tomatoes. Hold your tomatoes, but listen and just give me a moment. When it comes to love, I think everybody wants to be loved, whether you're a man or a woman.
That's right.
And I think it's just important that both parties are able to provide that for one another, so that at the end of the day, it's not about what I received, but it's about what I was able to give. And I think that's just the beauty when it comes to love, when it comes to marriage. Because I think a similar conversation to this would be wedding days. People do a lot for the wedding days.
That's right.
Just to still divorce. People can go and buy you all the flowers. They'll go and shave off a whole rose garden just to bring all to you. And then they'll still cheat on you. What is giving a gift supposed to really speak? So I think when we make it about those things and we lose sight on the other things that make love, we do this day a very big injustice.
Yeah, that definitely makes a lot of sense. Honestly, I think that love definitely should be expressed in a situation where both people, there's someone's giving, someone's receiving, and I think that definitely, as you said, erases the opportunity for resentment or whatever the case might be. Right? I want to tell you guys a story, which is. Yeah, it's a little personal, but a story of, when this was a long time ago, right? And I remember this so vividly because up till now, I still feel bad about what happened. So long time ago, there was this guy that I was.
Oh, this got to be good.
I know about y'all better listen up.
Okay.
But
Hey,
anyway,
boy.
so yeah, it was this guy that I was, in class with. I'll put it that way, right?
Class. I thought you were going to say something more.
More
Sorry.
like what? No, just listen. But anyways, so we were in class together, and apparently, like, he had a crush or something. I don't know, but he just act very awkward, right? He see me and he just like stare, those like, awkward things and stuff. And I was like, this is so weird. So then Valentine's comes, and then out of nowhere, this guy gets flowers, he gets chocolate,
Wow.
he gets a card and everything. Mm-hmm. And people see it and they're excited for me. They're like, oh, you got something? And I was livid.
Wow.
For whatever reason, right? I just could not receive it. And at that moment, I remember, I'm not sure if this is like, I don't think this is like a trauma thing. I don't know. But it was what I did was so ridiculous. I literally tore up the card in front of him. Can you imagine?
Oh, wow.
Now, have you called this boy to apologize?
No, I don't know where he is, but
Wow.
at that moment, I just couldn't receive the love, right?
Yeah.
So I guess he had seen me and just was maybe interested or whatever, but he's trying to express it. He never said it.
That's what I wanted to say. I think he should have probably said something to you.
Exactly.
First. Like, put you on the spot, like, oh, I like you, or
You don't say anything, and then you just come with all these things, and you're accepting, and all I see is just you creeping on me, and I'm like, I don't know you. So I mean, what should I have done at that point?
I mean, he didn't get on a knee. And
No, he didn't.
Okay.
He didn't.
was he trying to propose? I don't.
No.
Well, it depends, but I think where you came from was because you never had a thing for the guy.
Exactly.
So if it was reciprocal, like, because love is a feeling, like you either choose to approach this person or to love the person back. But if in a situation where he was like mutual, like you liked him, he likes you, because if you see when somebody likes you, you will know. Looking at you alone, you should know. So, but I believe your reaction came from a point where I don't even like what are you doing? I don't understand this. What are you talking about? But if it had come from someone you probably had a crush on, or somebody you liked or had something for, I believe you would have just accepted that flower. But tearing the card in front of him was way too much.
Was too much. I know. I know, but I think as I've obviously matured, I think about situations where, sometimes people want to express their love, right? But maybe if it's not given in the way that they're expecting it to, expecting the other person may not necessarily be reciprocal, if that's a word. Yeah. How, they may not receive it in the best way, right? Yeah. It doesn't necessarily mean, you necessarily like cutting up a card or, being rude or whatever, but there could be little things that you could do where maybe even day to day, someone is just trying to show you that they love you. It may not be in gifts or whatever, but then your response to that love, and if that guy's anywhere, I'm truly sorry. But
that's
anyway,
going to take more than a podcast apology.
You have to look for him.
Yeah, no, this is way. I mean, I'm sure
He's
he
still,
should be over
he's
it
still
right
watching
now.
you.
He should be over it by now.
When was this? Was it college, high school?
Yeah, it was like high school, like a long time ago. Yeah, we're so immature, and I'm sure, anyways. But you get what I'm trying to say, though, right?
It sounds like you're talking more about love languages and how, everyone has a way they want to be loved and a way that they also show love. And so also finding the ways that are, best receivable by those that you're trying to give it to.
Yeah. Yeah. So essentially with this experience, I definitely believe that, part of the reason why I reacted in the way that I reacted was because I really didn't even have the love of God in me. At that point, at that time, I can confidently say that I was very immature in my walk with Christ. I didn't have, genuine, I didn't even understand what love was. So obviously when, he came up to me, gave me all these gifts, I was irritated. And my response was just a pushback.
Taking his heart, ripping into shreds.
I did
stomping on it.
I didn't do all of that. That was not my intention. Yeah, right. But I mean, can you speak on that a little bit? From a guy's perspective, though. How? Yeah.
I mean, first off, no person desires to be rejected.
Right.
But, I think, rejection is one of the hardest things we can ever experience.
Right.
I think in our first episode, we were talking about, just our fight to belong, that sense of belonging that we are all looking for. And when any type of way and where we are not feeling like we're receiving, that acceptance by others, it can be really damaging. But from a guy's perspective, I think we might express it a little different, how the hurt and the pain looks, but I think it's just as there as much as it is in a woman.
Yeah, and I mean, we've all experienced rejection. I've been rejected before.
Yeah, I've been rejected. Fourth grade, not going to go there.
Oh my goodness, have a story to tell?
No, I do
Fourth
not.
grade?
Absolutely not.
Your fourth grade crush?
Oh man, wow.
Okay.
I feel Okay, no, it wasn't you. I was gonna say that.
Let's.
In fourth grade, I literally had the same thing happen where she ripped up the little.
No way! Oh my God!
I said, wait, hold on, that wasn't you, right?
That was not me.
But no, yeah.
Oh my goodness,
You just opened up a whole memory there.
Oh, I am so sorry.
Wow.
To all the fourth graders, just kidding.
Okay, yeah. I can understand from where you're coming from, but loving in fourth grade, we need to question you. Yeah, I would say rejection doesn't really come from friends, relationships, like, or maybe in fourth grade, or when you're having the small love thing and all that. It goes way beyond that. Like, my own experience comes from like a friend that I saw, like a sister. We are so close. I'm saying because I still love her till now. Like right now.
That's sweet.
Right now.
Yeah.
Like a friend who we are so close to the extent, like, if you see us, you think she's my sister. She looks like us, because this is someone that goes with me everywhere. Like, even when I lost my mom, I lost my grandma, she went with me to the village and all that. And people were even saying, I think your father has a child somewhere else, and this you guys are not telling us. So we were that close, but something happened, and it happened around the time when I was about traveling to the US. Like, we had a lot of things to do. We had she's a stylist, she has a store. She had a whole lot of things to do for me, and something happened at that point. She said something to someone, like, she had when you have friends who have other friends too. She said something to one of her other friends, and they had a fight. And that was how I got to know what she had said about. This is somebody that comes to my house, sleeps. Everybody knows her. She can even come when I'm not there. You understand, and all that. But it got back to me, like, and then it was something. It was weird. Like, it broke me. But like, you hearing something from a person you take as a sister saying, when you are friends with somebody and then your life is just going probably the way you want it, or the way other people would want to be. Like, you have a relationship in abroad, you have everything going for you, you're planning to travel, and they are just here without even a relationship. And that was just an ice of the tip. Like, it's just an ice. Tip of the iceberg. Tip of the iceberg. Like, from everything that has been happening with us, like, going with us, like, everything that has been coming, the way we've been living our lives, it was just like things were working for me and things weren't working for her. And then she told this her friend. I don't know where she went to, and somebody told her, a prophet, or I don't know, the prophet of these days, they told her, like, I have been using her destiny. Oh yeah, it was that
Jesus.
deep. Yeah, that I was using her destiny, and that was why I was flourishing. So when I heard that, I was broken. That I was broken to the extent that I had to convince myself. I told myself how I came out of that thing and still love her till today is because of the love of Christ. And then I had to convince myself, like, I don't think you said it. Even when she came back and said, that wasn't how I said it. That wasn't how it was. And I was like, that means if somebody had said something to you, like the prophet or whoever you went said something to you like this, probably they must have told you to do something to me. Yeah, to get to me. Because if I'm using your destiny, definitely you want it back, right? So do this, so do this to her. And because, there were times when, I don't know, I have this instincts in me. Like, she comes to my house, she bathes in the bathroom, she does everything, but there was a particular time she came, and when she left, the aura of that house, like everything about my bathroom, I didn't like it. I was annoyed. Like, why would you bathe in it looked like my sponge was wet. I'm just trying to bring this whole thing because it's something that is gone. But when this thing happened, I started remembering, like, I started going back, like, so that means if I'm using your destiny, that means they must have told you to do something to me. Probably you have done it and it didn't work because God, how do they even take destinies? Please. I don't
Wow.
How did they even take destiny? It was that deep.
Yeah.
And to God who made me, I don't know how the grace, God gave me that grace that I was quiet. After I said it to her, I was quiet the whole time. Everything we had to do, I showed up for. We had to go to the market and everything. We're going together. But she was seeing that I was just quiet. And she became the one who was restless. We would be together. She would be texting my sister. I don't know what's in Joyce's mind. I don't know what's going on with her right now. I don't know what she would do the next minute because she knows that when I'm mad, I'm mad. But how I came out of that situation was just for the love of Christ. Like, I had to put myself and ask myself, like, if we offend God and He forgives us, what about us? What are we called to do? We are called to forgive too. So I think that was how that whole issue ended. She spoke to a lot of people. Like, I wasn't even bothered again, like, because one thing with me, if you accuse me of something and I know I didn't do it or I'm not capable, man, I don't care. I will just let it go. I might get hurt at that moment, like, and then at the end of it, I'll just be like, well, it don't matter. If I did it, that would have been something else. But if I don't, and you accuse me or you say something, I just find a way to let it go. But that thing was something that was, I don't think I have forgiven. I have let it go. I am showing love. We spoke even on my way here. So she's somebody that you can ask her things about me and she will tell you, like, I still confide in her to today. So I believe the love of God goes way beyond the heart, goes way beyond offense. Like, when people offend you and all that, it just comes. It just comes. But it is hard. Let me tell you the truth. It is hard, but I just believe if we keep practicing and showing up, we keep practicing, we keep reminding ourselves how God sacrificed Himself for us and showed us that love, I believe it will keep us going, and then we wouldn't pay mind to the things people do to us. We would just keep loving and loving and loving, even when it's hard. We just keep like going. Yeah. So I think that was a thing for me that really stood out for me. Although I have a lot, but this one was something that was really deep and it cut really deep. But right now, I don't think I can tell you it's still there. I can remember the story, but the heart isn't there anymore because of the love of Christ. So I get where you're coming from. So I guess if you had seen the guy right now, or do you wish to see him? Then
maybe to apologize, but yes, but no, that's such a powerful story. And as you were speaking, it was just reminding me of, again, the fact that if we hadn't come to a place where we were able to experience God's love, there's so much that we can do. And you talked about offense, you talked about forgiving. Without Christ's love, there's no way our little heart can ever love or do anything, you know. And God needs individuals like us and even the body of Christ to be that place where the love of God is present. So when people come, you know, you might step on someone's toes, but then you still love and still forgive. And people are wondering, like, this person is different. And we can testify and say, I'm different because of the love of God, because Christ first loved me. And so I have no excuse not to love you. That's, you know, right. I've always had this mindset that, you know, in terms of with forgiving and just being offended and everything, I've always had this mindset, if you are supposed to see, you know, God tomorrow, right? You're standing at that gate and he's talking to you and he's asking you, okay, why couldn't you forgive this person? I gave my son. What is your excuse? If you can't give him a legitimate excuse as to why you could not forgive or let that offense go, then, you know.
Wow. No, everything you guys are saying is really, really powerful. That, you know, there's so much that we will not be able to do except the Lord enables us to do.
Right.
That's right.
And some things that we would have to only first experience with God before we could ever give to man. For how can we give something that we don't have, which is his love?
Yeah.
And so I think this is a great, just a great conversation for us to keep having even after today,
That's
even
right.
after all the love and all this stuff. Like, how do we keep growing in our love? Because it does extend to more than just our romantic partners. It goes into
Right.
our friendships, our family. I mean, even your dogs. I mean, like, how you love is a testament to the presence of God working in your lives.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if you guys had anything else you want to add or share.
Yeah, I think to me, I look at it as, the world is constantly evolving.
Yeah.
People are constantly changing, right? The person that, you might have experienced 3 years ago based on experiences will change, right? Their attitudes may change. People go through different seasons. And so I think it's important as Christians that we are constantly asking the Lord to fill us more with his love every single day, because we can't rely on the love that we experienced with God 10 years ago to fill us in now.
That's right.
You'll need more of God's love. You need an increased capacity of God's love. I need to experience God's love even more now than I experienced his love last year, because the people around me will change next year. So, I can't experience, I just don't have, I can't relate with that capacity, So I just want to encourage everyone, even myself as well, like that we just have to experience more of God's love, honestly. Yeah. Do you have anything else you want to say?
Oh, yeah. I think I'll just end this like a message to say, whenever someone hurts you, or whenever you're going through that hurt, or you're in that phase of struggling between hate and love, just ask yourself, if Christ sacrificed himself for me, if Christ loves me, if Christ forgives me, who am I not to forgive? He also admonishes us to forgive. We should forgive the way we want to be forgiven. So when it comes to that part, remind yourself, if Christ can forgive me, if I'm a sinner and Christ can forgive me whenever I do things wrong to him, whenever I derail, if he can forgive me, who am I not to forgive? I think that's what I live by right now. That's what I use. And it's been working for me. Like when somebody hurts me, I just let it go and think about that. If God can forgive me, why can't I forgive? So that's what has been working for me. And I just thought to share and see. Try it in my work.
Yeah. And the reality is a lot of things don't last forever, right? I mean, if something is happening, it eventually it will fade away. You know what I mean? As long as, the consequences are not, forever or whatever. But most of the time, seasons change, things move on. So I think when you have that perspective and God is always at your corner, we just love away, right?
Love away.
Yeah, love
That's
away.
it. Well, Sister Joy, thank you so much for being here and sharing your story with us.
Yeah.
It's hopefully going to be a better year this year for you than it was last. Looking at you, Mr. Cisse. But no, thank you so much for your wisdom and just, join us on this conversation of love. And so I pray that, Valentine's Day will be blessed for all of you who are watching, and that, even if it's just taking yourself out and just loving on yourself, that's how you get to, really share that love even towards yourself. So God bless you all for watching again. And we pray that you will join us again next time. Once again, my name is Pies.
And my name is Nana.
And thank you for joining us at the Shepherd's Table. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.